Today I'll just make a video, small video of how to use logbooks and how to simplify your calculations using logarithms. So this is our 23.145. So just a random number. When we have such type of number, the first two digits that are there, or any 2, 3, any number, these digits are called as characteristic. And this is called as mantissa. So this is the characteristic and this is the mantissa. The characteristic part is what we have to calculate and find out. So characteristic is the part or rather the digits where we need to calculate, and mantissa is the one which we will find in the log books. So mantissa is the part which we get from the logbooks, and characteristic is the one where we need to calculate. I'll show you the logbooks now. So you get different kinds of logbooks in the market, but finally it is the same table that you get. Even on Google you can see, and you can take a print and keep it. So this is how the table looks. It starts from 10 and till 99. It starts from 10 to 99. There are 0 to 9 numbers on top and then there is one more column for mean difference. So whenever we have to find the logbooks, we have to see this number and then correspond to the next number. So let us see how we can do that. The logbooks, logarithm, whenever we use logarithm, we should also know how to use anti-logs. So log and anti-log go hand in hand. First we need to find the log and then the final result we will get by using anti-logs or anti-logarithm. Anti-log starts from 0.00. So you should always keep in mind anti-log starts from 0.00 to 0.99. So whenever we have this decimal point, you should remember it is anti-log, and whenever it is a normal number, it is log. Now let us take one example. We will see how to find the log of 5. So you need to always write this word as log 5. To find anything from the logbook, we need 4 digits. So when we write log 5, it is actually 5.000. So first thing we need to write is the characteristic. To write the characteristic, you should remember one rule. You count the number of digits before the decimal and minus 1 from it. Count the number of digits before the decimal and minus 1 from it. So how many digits are there before the decimal here? That is just 1 digit, that is 5. So 1 minus 1 is, therefore it is 1 minus 1, which is equal to 0. Therefore you will get the characteristic as 0 here. So then we have to put the decimal, 0 point. Now we need to find the mantissa, and to find the mantissa we have to see the logbooks. So when I say it is 5, since there is no 5 here, it starts from 10, you have to take the first 2 digits. So as I have told you, you need 4 digits to find the log numbers. So it is 50, you have to see under 50. So here we have 50 and the next number is 0. So 50 under 0, so you have to come like this and check here. So 50 under 0 is 6990. So you will have to, there are no numbers more, so we need to just write this 6990. So I will write here 6990. So this is my final log for 5, 50.00. So again we need to count the number of digits before decimal. There are 2 digits. So there are 2 digits minus 1, which will be equal to 1. Therefore the characteristic will be 1 point. And now if you see the mantissa, again it will be same because we have the same numbers here. So it will be again 50 under 0, 50, and then under 0 you have to count. Again it is 6990. So we will write 6990. So as I am doing, you all can also open your logbooks and check for yourself. Again, one more example, if I take log of 500, so 500.00. So since there are 3 digits before the decimal, therefore it will be 3 minus 1, which will be equal to 2. So here the log of 500 will become 2 point, again 50, you have to see under 0. So it is same, that is 6990. Similarly, I will take one example, that is log of 1859.591. So this is a big number. So let us see how we can find the log. First thing is we need to write the characteristic. To write the characteristic, I have already told you one rule. You count the number of digits before the decimal and minus 1. So there are 4 digits here. That means 4 minus 1, it is 3. So this 3 I have written here. So this is the characteristic. Now let us find this Mantissa. To find the Mantissa, we require 4 digits. So we will have to see number 18 under 5 and then the mean difference under 9. So 4 digits. So if I'll take this logbook here. So now let us find the Mantissa of this number 1859.591. To find the Mantissa in the logbook, you require only 4 digits. So we require only 1859. So we have to see number 18. Since it starts from 10, so directly we'll have to go first 2 digit, that is 18. 18 under, you take a ruler, 18 under 5. So if you come down here, we have this number 2672. So 18 under 5, 2672. There is one more number here, that is 9. So this 9 should be used for the mean difference, the next number. So 18 under 5 under 9, that is 21. So you will have to add 21 to 2672. So when you add 21 to 2672, you get a number 2694. So this is what you have to write after the decimal. Similarly, I'll take the same number, but I'll shift the decimal. So here it is 185.9591. Same number, but here it was after 4 digits, here it is after 3 digits. So since the same rule, there are 3 digits, so minus 1, so the characters will become 2. So it is 3 minus 1, so the characteristic will become 2. And the Mantissa will come again from the logbook. Since it is the same number, I will show you again. 18, you keep the ruler here. 18 under 5 and under 9. Same 2672 plus 21, you will get 2692. So it is same number. Again I will shift the decimal, 18.59591. 2 digits minus 1, you will get 1. Again I have shifted the decimal, 1.8595. So since there is only 1 digit, therefore 1 minus 1 will give me 0. So it is this characteristic, that is 0. And the Mantissa will be same since the number is same. Mantissa has nothing to do with the decimal point. Now what we should do when there is 0? So now here it is 0.185. So since there are 0 digits here, so 0 minus 1 is minus 1. So in logs we write it as bar 1. This is called as bar 1. So 1 with a minus sign on top. This is called as bar 1. So bar 1 0.2694. If I put one more 0, 0.0189, when we have more number of zeros on either side of the decimal, you just count the number of zeros on either side of the decimal. Here we have 1, 2 zeros. You write this 2 and put a bar. Here you don't go to subtract. You just count the number of zeros on both the side of the decimal and put a bar sign. So it will become bar 2, 0.2694. Same Mantissa. So same, here we have 3 zeros. So I have taken 3 with a bar sign. Mantissa is same. Here there are 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So you put a 4 with a bar with the same Mantissa. So I told you that logs and anti-logs come hand in hand. So since we have already explained you about logs, now let us come to anti-logs. Now I take a number 3.2694. Okay. To find the anti-log, first thing is we have to see the number after decimal. You keep this for the later half. So first you need to see this number and find the antilog of this. So since I had already told you that in antilog the numbers start from point. So since this is 0.26, we will come to 0.26. This starts from 0.00, 0.01 and so on. We will see 0.26. So you have to see 0.26 under 9. It is 1858 and under 4 we have to see the mean difference. So under 4 we have 2. That means we will have to add 2 to 1858. So when we add 2 to 1858, we will get 1860. So this is the number we have got after finding the antilog. Now this number, that is the characteristic, will be used to put the decimal point. In logs we subtract, but in antilog we will have to add plus 1 to this characteristic. So since there is 3 plus 1, it will come 4. That means we have to put decimal after 4 digits. So since here it is 1860, so 1, 2, 3, 4. We will put the decimal here. And after that, since there is nothing, we can add 0, 0. So this is the antilog of this number. Same number I will take with different characteristic. It is 2.2694. The antilog will be same, 1860 of this. But the characteristic will change the decimal. So since it is 2, 2 plus 1 will become 3. Therefore, we will have to put a decimal after 3 numbers. So 1, 1, 2, 3. So 186.0. Again, if I decrease 1.2694, it will become same antilog. So since here it is 1, so I will have to add 1 plus 1 will become 2. So decimal after 2 numbers, 1, 2, point. So 18.60. If I had 0.2694, it would have become, so 0 point plus 1 will become after 1 digit, so 1.60. So antilogs are again very simple. In antilogs, you just add one number to the characteristic and put decimal point. Whereas in log, you count the number of digits before decimal and minus 1 and use that as characteristic. Similarly, you can also get a number that will have bar. So bar 12694. In logs, you remember why we had put bar 1? It was only because there was no digit before decimal. So 0 minus 1 gave me bar 1. Now in antilog we have to come reverse the similar way. When we have bar 1, that means we will have to put just 10.1860. So this bar 1 means when you see the bar number, you think that it is a 0 around a decimal. So since it is just 1, so it will be 0.1860. If it is bar 2, 0.2694, you take 1860, bar 2, that means there were 2 zeros. One will be before the decimal, one will be after the decimal. And if there is bar 3, there will be 3 zeros, 1, 2, 3, and just 1 zero before the decimal and 2 zeros after the decimal.